also won the Nobel Prize. Interestingly, I had the privilege of meeting James Watson about 10 years ago and learned that he had gone to the same Chicago Public Grammar School and high school that I attended before he went on to the University of Chicago, Cambridge, and the Nobel Prize. Vaccinations were another tremendous development. When I was a child, we all suffered through childhood diseases. My brother survived scarlet fever, but only after being quarantined for many weeks. Infantile paralysis was particularly scary. There were kids in my grammar school class with distorted limbs and who walked with braces. I can still remember their names. President Roosevelt was afflicted, and he couldn't walk without help. Polio and many other diseases have been eradicated because of vaccinations. Developments in imaging, radiology, CT, MRI, ultrasounds, all have helped to improve diagnoses during my lifetime. Drugs were developed that treated or controlled many troubling diseases and abnormalities. I suffered with poison ivy annually until I was 13, when cortisone became available. Believe it or not, one summer it got so bad I was hospitalized for 2 solid weeks in a children's ward at the U of C. Complex surgical procedures, including the transplantation of all kinds of organs, have become routine. And there's been a parallel improvement in our understanding of the causes of disease. Reducing tobacco use has been a tremendous help for those who have done so. I quit smoking in 1969, one of the best decisions I ever made. Better nutrition, more exercise, and healthier living choices have all contributed to these improved outcomes. But what of the present? I would characterize the current state of America's health as Charles Dickens did in The Tale of Two Cities. It is the best of times and it's the worst of times. More people are eating and living healthfully, and yet we have an epidemic of obesity. America's healthcare industry develops more drugs, more new therapies, performs more surgical miracles than any country in the world, and yet does not rank at the very top of measurable, important outcomes. In spite of this embarrassment, our costs are way too high, and they are too high on almost every relevant measure. Something has got to change. Some advocate rationing as the answer. Dick Lamb, the 3-term Colorado governor, was one of my closest friends in college. Dick ended his political career by recommending reduced spending for the end-of-life care. The CEO of the Kaiser system is recently quoted as saying, "We think the future of healthcare is going to be either rationing or re-engineering." I choose re-engineering as the most politically feasible alternative and the one that will provide the best outcomes. I'm optimistic that the system can be re-engineered and we can achieve the improvements in quality, expansion of access, and cost reductions we all want. But the way forward will not be easy, and you graduates will all play an important role in achieving these goals. I'm optimistic that this can be done because I've seen it done in one industry after another. One example is communication and information retrieval. When I was a kid, only Dick Tracy in the funny papers had a special wristwatch that doubled as a phone. Now we can't imagine life without our smartphones and every imaginable information retrieval device. Cell phones, when introduced 40 years ago, cost $4,000. Now you can get one that will do everything but cook dinner and do your laundry for about $99. I believe this can be done in healthcare as well. Let's peer into a crystal ball and seek out trends that are already here or will develop to bring this transition about. Better understanding of the genetic and molecular basis of disease, combined with more rapid and more precise diagnoses, will revolutionize the treatment and prevention of many illnesses. A patient's genetics and how it affects treatment will allow clinicians to design special therapies and prescribe unique drugs. A patient's own immune system will be trained to fight disease. New diagnostic tests will be developed. One will determine which prostate cancer should be treated and which can be left alone. Tests will not only check lipids, but whether one is at risk for the plaque to break off and cause a heart attack like the one that killed my dad in his 56th year. Continuous monitoring and early intervention before troubles develop. Remarkable things will be done to regenerate failing organs. Ways will be found to grow new ones. Already, researchers can turn skin cells into stem cells that are implanted to do miraculous things. All this will be developed and become standard by 2053. Advances in technology will pay huge dividends. Russia's EPIC system allows our caregivers to know what drugs their patients are taking, what tests have been done, and allows them to do a better job by not repeating procedures or prescribing counter-indicated drugs. But we'll go beyond that, and we'll be able to share data with others and access databases with helpful and relevant information. Telemedicine is already here. The Rush Stroke program uses it extensively. Using the internet, consultations can be done across the medical center and across the globe. Medicine will not be immune from globalization. Already, radiology reports are being read overnight, thousands of miles away. Marty Cooper, who is a graduate of IIT, was interviewed recently on NPR on the 40th anniversary of the cell phone's development. He talked about the use of cell technology in healthcare. It's already capable of doing ultrasounds, electrocardiograms, and pulmonary function tests. With all these advances, the role of the caregiver, you graduates, and this is important, you become even more important. But because of high-tech, high-touch, human compassion, and human communication becomes even more critical. The workforce and where healthcare is provided will change and expand dramatically. Physicians' assistants, advanced practice nurses, and the medical home are already filling the gap. Pharmacies and other retail outlets are opening clinics, offering flu shots and other services. More will be done in the home and done by the patients themselves. Diversity and immigration will contribute enormously, as they have already. During my lifetime, our society has progressed toward acceptance of people for what they can contribute rather than their gender, skin color, or belief system. This movement toward a meritocracy will continue to benefit us all. What can the patients do for themselves? They can make better choices. The current system, where much of the bill is paid by a third party, makes very little economic sense. I often think that if buying an automobile was like healthcare, the parking lots would be filled with Rolls Royces. But hospital billing will have to become more understandable. Comparative outcomes must become better known and more widely distributed. Most importantly, individuals must and will make better lifestyle choices. The best way to improve health outcomes and to reduce cost is not to get sick in the first place. My own company has a wellness program where stopping smoking, exercise, and weight reduction are celebrated and rewarded. I'm sure there are many other things that I could have mentioned. Most importantly will be you graduates. You will bring about these improvements in our nation's health and the desperately needed re-engineering of the healthcare system. Let me close by again congratulating you. Congratulations not just for completing your course of study, but for the career path you have chosen. Healthcare is a noble profession. You will help patients and their families in the most vulnerable times in their lives. You will assist them to come to good decisions and to improve their health and the health of their loved ones. Nothing could be more important for them, and nothing could be more rewarding for you. Finally, I'd like to share some things I've learned since I was in your shoes. Think positively. Focus only on those things within your control. Never stop learning. Albert Einstein was reported to have been working on equations to solve the nature of the universe in his final hours. Work hard, but always productively. My father used to challenge me, don't tell me how hard you work. Horses work hard. Tell me what you have accomplished. Focus your energies. You can't do everything, and if you try, you probably won't accomplish very much. Never give up. Commit yourself to your goals until you reach them or until you find a better path. Don't be afraid to think differently. Great achievers are almost always renegades in one form or another. Communicate respectfully and open to all. It will be appreciated and it will be effective. Be honest and dependable, and when you make mistakes, and you will, take responsibility. We all do make mistakes. Most people, myself included, but most people, myself included, have little tolerance for defensiveness and attempts to cover up. Finally, be humble. Leadership is not about people following you, it's about people joining you. Winston Churchill, another one of my heroes, authored many memorable quotes. I learned a new one the night we opened the East Tower. Inscribed on the donor's wall on the second floor, I read, "You make a living by what you get. You make a life by what you give." You 2013 graduates of Rush University Medical Center are in a wonderful position. You have the opportunity not only to make a living, but also a life. I urge you to go forth from this day, make your living in this noble profession, but of even greater importance, I charge you to go forth to benefit mankind, and as you do, you will make a wonderful life. Thank you very much.
Mr. Jaffee, thanks for that wonderful commencement address and everything you do on behalf of Rush. It's now time for our graduates to take the stage. Are there candidates for degrees in the health sciences?
Mr. President, I have candidates.
Dr. David Shellady, the Ellis Jones Endowed Chair and Dean of the Rush College of Health Sciences, please present the candidates.
Will the candidates for the College of Health Sciences degrees in audiology, clinical laboratory management, clinical nutrition, health systems management, imaging sciences, medical laboratory science, occupational therapy, perfusion technology, physician assistant studies, respiratory care, speech-language pathology, and vascular ultrasound technology, please rise. Mr. President, on behalf of the faculty of the College of Health Sciences, I have the honor to present candidates for the degrees of Bachelor of Science, Master of Science, and Doctor of Audiology. These candidates have completed a rigorous program of study and are well prepared to assume their roles as leaders and healthcare professionals.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees, I hereby confer upon you the degrees of Bachelor of Science, Master of Science, and Doctor of Audiology with all the rights and privileges thereunto appertaining. In due course, you will each come forward to receive your diplomas in recognition of your academic success. Congratulations to each one of you on this splendid achievement. Please be seated. Are there candidates for the degrees in nursing?
Mr. President, I have candidates.
Dr. Melanie Dreyer, the John L. and Helen Kellogg Dean of the Rush College of Nursing. Please present the candidates.
Will the candidates for the degrees in Master of Science in Nursing and Doctor of Nursing Practice please rise? Mr. President, on behalf of the faculty of the College of Nursing, I have the honor to present candidates for the degrees of Master of Science in Nursing and Doctor of Nursing Practice. These candidates are prepared to engage in a nursing practice that is informed by science and guided by compassion for patients, families, and society, to commit to a professional life that is principled and courageous, and to accept the privileges and responsibilities of leadership in healthcare.
By virtue of the authority of the Board of Trustees vested in me, I hereby confer upon you the degrees of Master of Science in Nursing and Doctor of Nursing Practice, with all of the rights and privileges thereunto appertaining. In due course, you too shall come forward to receive your diplomas as testimony of your excellent educational accomplishments. My warmest congratulations. Please be seated. Are there candidates for degrees in science and philosophy?
Mr. President, I have candidates.
Dr. James Mulshine, Associate Provost of Research and Acting Dean of the Graduate College. Please present the candidates.
Will the candidates for the Graduate College degrees in Anatomy and Cell Biology, Biotechnology, Clinical Research, Immunology, Microbiology, Neuroscience, Nursing, Pharmacology, and Doctor of Philosophy please rise? Mr. President, on behalf of the faculty of the Graduate College, I have the honor to present candidates for the degree of Master of Science and Doctor of Philosophy. These candidates are well prepared to go forth, to work hard, to have in challenging careers, and to make their families and Rush proud of what they accomplish.
By virtue of the authority of the Board of Trustees vested in me, I hereby confer upon you the degrees of Master of Science and Doctor of Philosophy, with all of the rights and privileges thereunto appertaining. In due course, you too shall come forward to receive your diplomas, which demonstrate your deep commitment to academic success. Congratulations to each of you. Please be seated. Are there candidates for degrees in medicine?
Mr. President, I have candidates.
Dr. Thomas Deutsch, Provost of Rush University and the Henry P. Russey Dean of Rush Medical College, please present the candidates.
Mr. President, on behalf of the faculty of Rush Medical College, I have the honor of presenting candidates for the degree of Doctor of Medicine. They are ready to meet the challenges of the next 40 years through 2053 and beyond.
Would all those candidates please rise? By virtue of the authority of the Board of Trustees vested in me, I hereby confer upon you the degree of Doctor of Medicine, with all of the rights and privileges thereunto appertaining. In due course, you also shall come forward to receive your diplomas that symbolize the successful outcome of your dedicated educational efforts. Congratulations to each of you. Please be seated. Now I'd like to ask Ms. Marcia Thomas to call forward the graduates to receive their diplomas. Ms. Siegel and Mr. Wislow, two of our board members, will you please join me in awarding them?
Will the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science with a major in Imaging Sciences please come forward? Marcia Jovita Bilki, cum laude. Carissa Torres, cum laude. Michelle Elaine Turner, cum laude. Will the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science with a major in Medical Laboratory Science please come forward? Mariah Fatima Hussein. Maria Demetra Kiagius. Shumei May, summa cum laude. Kelly Ryan Elizabeth Mitchell. Nicole Denise Morris. Katie Ho Nguyen. Nadia Todorova Parmakova, cum laude. Hitel Hemankumar Patel. Vinu Sabu. Eleonora Shagabieva, summa cum laude. Kirabel Demisi Tekalin. Nahabin P. Varadia. Will the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science with a major in Respiratory Care please come forward? Amar Abuispa, cum laude. Ayman Mohammed Atia. Renee D. Kirkus. Abdurrahman Sharif. John V. Soni. Susan G. Stevenson. Will the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science with a major in Vascular Ultrasound please come forward? Summer A. Aram, magna cum laude. Sarah Almoshelli. Quintessa Cecile Anderson, magna cum laude. Safia Beg, cum laude. Raymond Donald Brand. Kathleen Ann Conroy, magna cum laude. Timothy John Dalo, cum laude. Amal Ninad Desai, cum laude. Nicole Louise Hartman, magna cum laude. Trang Thai Thu Tran, cum laude. Kaylee Joy Vandervelde, summa cum laude. Will the candidates for the degree of Master of Science in Nursing please come forward? Adiola Lola Adioye. Joseph Kusi Apia Afre. Patricia Senasak Altman. Marcella Alvarado. Alan Anthony Amberg. Dorina Arapi. Lisa Renee Arford. Rebecca Ann Ash. Amanjit K. Baines. Lauren Ashley Bishop. Kelly Marie Blazing. Gary Stephen Blakely. Nicole Elizabeth Bland. Jody Marie Bowl. Amanda Michelle Boone, Saiji Bunmi, Elizabeth Stewart Brantley, Cindy Marie Brenner, Catherine Wilkinson Brown, Nicole Marie Brown, Rhoda Marie Byrne, Ashley Marcia Calandra, Jacqueline Ann Calhoun, Andrea Marie Capiello, Jamie Jean Carlson, Stephen Michael Carlson, Jennifer Lynn Carpenter, Katie Rose Casey, Quentin Chambers, Charles Dominic Clark, Paul Aaron Cobb, Rachel Lee Constable, Adrienne Marie Coulier, Margaret Jane Curtin, Jessica Ann Dalton, Rebecca Doyne Darnell, Julie Kristen Doherty, Miranda Victoria DeLoof, Vanessa Elizabeth Diaz, Jeffrey Dar Dodd, Jennifer Grace Dorfer, Vincent Richard Donlin, Christine Mahialani Donahoe, Joyce Mary Epen, Courtney Lee Ego, Olaweshe Ayadele Fapuhanda, Katie Kim Farragher, Karen Fernandez, Bethany Margaret Fagura, Kasim Abayomi Folaji, Jessica Elizabeth Freeman, Mary Faith Salud Fuller, Erica J. Gaddy, Megan Elizabeth Gilbert, Leah Nierenberg Goldschmidt, Zoila Elizabeth Gordon, Erin Kathleen Gorel, Erica Renee Graff, Stephanie LaGuardia Green, Alyssa Dale Gruenhut, Mark S. Griska, Megan Kathleen Hannon, Erin Kelsey Happ, Sharon Marie Harris, Erin Elizabeth Hartman, Stephanie Jacqueline Hazinski, Miranda K. Hecox, Jamie Lynn Hembrecht, Chase Allen Holtman, Debbie Lynn Holzer, Jennifer Elizabeth Rushka, Heather Young Huang, Amelia McRae Jaffee, Hannah Marie Jepson, Charlotte Anetra Jones, Sandy Joseph, Anjit Thomas Carlisle, Kelly M. Karras Hedrick, Molly Ann Caskey, Joshua Michael Kautz, Jessica Heather Kellett, Lauren Julia Kenny, Lisa K. Cowan, Tina Janine Kuchaba, Jennifer Susan Kiltzer, Jin Hee Kim, Nicholas Burnham Kinder, Natina Marie Lamontagne, Kelly Ann Lane, Lin Thai Thu Lee, Allison Maureen Leonard, Irina Leno, Alexis Amara Lurch, Rosaline Oyisho Lim, Hubert Francis Lynn, Sydney Elizabeth Lockhart, Gemma Rose Lopez, Abby Marie Lowe, Rebecca Ann Manctello, Erin Emily Mann, Carly J. Mariano, Jenna Emily Marco, Iris Marcoux, Corey Ray Martotum, Lauren Catherine McCarthy, Ebony Catris McClinahan, Katrina Nicole McHugh, Colleen Margaret McGuire, Eric Matthew McIntosh, Vivian J. May, Jennifer Lynn Meyer, Bogusha E. Mistashan, Ashley Renee Mazira, Catherine Marie Monroe, Catherine S. Morrison, Carly Britt Mosberry, Bryant Joseph Motikowski, Regina Marie Munoz, Jennifer Grace Murray, Jessica Elizabeth Mutert, Ami Manu Nardi, Katarina Marie Nuren, Teresa May Niles, Guadalupe Yanez Noonan, Tara Michelle Norden, Mary Beth Novak, Anne Elizabeth Oates, Elise Suzanne Oberman, Christy A. Ogbozar, Joy Chaika Opaleke, Jessica Diane Palmer, Marcy Lynn Papiernik, Janet Perez, Rachel Ann Perry, Elise Mary Pesh, Kelsey S. Peterson, Araceli Quintero, Rachel Brooke Radenkovich, Caroline Rose Radkiewicz, Maria Alejandra Ragusa, Melissa Rivera, Teresa Maureen Rundy, Audra Louise Rushforth, Julia Elizabeth Ryan, Arturo Esparza Santana, Aviva Sauer, Lori P. Shafkin, Lauren Elizabeth Scheid, Jennifer Lynn Schuster, Tara Marie Sider, Paul Andre Senecal, Jacqueline Arlene Shapiro, Nadine Michelle Silverman, Katerina Alexandra Skiernick, Alexis Catherine Ann Smithers, Alexandra Sophia Sontag, Danielle Christina Spada, Nicole Emily Steffen, Brianna Lee Steffenhagen, Ashley Elizabeth Stewart, Heather Ashley Sulikowski, Jeremy Michael Schwa, Ashley Marie Swenson, Dina Ann Terosis, Katie Louise Tomarelli, Kara Jean Trosper Johnson, Helen N. Utomi, Mantis Valeka, Diana Elizabeth Vilkama, Elizabeth Ann Vo, April Elizabeth Vogel, Jennifer Lee Volstead, Kelly Danny Voth, Cassie Jo Wagner, Catherine Danielle Walsh, Madeline Sofo Wardell, Marilyn Washington, Amelia Maureen Waite, Jessica Allen Weinstock, Elizabeth Ann Wetzel, Frelea Lynn Wetzel, Andrea Lynn Whitmer, Anna Louise Wheater, Christina Marie Wilbur, Amy Jo Willamy, Robin Elizabeth Winters, Caroline Anna Laura Winnick, Robert James Worgan, Benson Carl Wright, Richard Q. Yang, Carla Lynn Zavala, Allison Marie Zawoski, Oksana Zuk, Kathleen Ann Zielinski, Christina J. Witt, Irene Siragusa Phelps, member of the Board of Overseers, and Kathy Demoo, member of Board of Trustees, will replace Carol Brow Siegel, Chair, Board of Overseers and Trustee, and Robert Wislow, Vice Chair, Board of Overseers and Trustee. Will the candidates for the degree of Master of Science with a major in Clinical Nutrition please come forward? Chloe Ann Burden, Jessica Ray Borst, Florencia Raquel Brioni. Erica Lee Graham. Meredith Ann McLean. Ellen Anna Mills. Abigail Caroline Mutert. Daviani Sarkar. Laura Lee Sponseller. Christine Nicole Steinmetz. Megan Therese Thomas. Megan Eileen Walrath. Will the candidates for the degree of Master of Science in Health Systems Management please come forward? Megan Jordan Bogani. Lisa Bauer. Nicole C. Calabrese. Mary Elizabeth Casey. Natasha Jukic. Renee Maureen Durack. Marie Brown Feldman, Assistant Professor in Internal Medicine, please come forward to present the diploma to your daughter, Catherine Marie Feldman. Brian Michael Fisher. Alexander Stevenson Fulham. Vikas Pragnesh Gandhi. Adam Michael Gray. Jake Austin Harbert. Stephanie M. Hassel. Caitlin Ann Hunter. Julie Erin Johnson. Kevin Blake McCarthy. Stephanie Catherine O'Brien. Teresa Michelle Osanero. Nina Mahesh Parikh. Hunter Clark Showeiler. Sven Sigurdsson. Jonas Somaraju. Shweta Amol Umbeyakar. Blake A. Warren. Will the candidates for the degree of Master of Science with a major in Medical Laboratory Science please come forward? Anna Fabian. Edwin Joseph Gaviola. Margaret McGray Harrelson. Amanda Marie Henson. Brandy Eileen Hill. Lenny K. Hung. Nadia S. Kind. Sarah Ann Mandley. Elise Elizabeth Marriott. Jessica Lynn Martinez. Holly K. Moore. Sudasathai Kilas. Sojaud Farhan Salih. Robin Ann Spoor. Tanisha Ashley West. Lindsay Nicole Wilkening. Will the candidates for the degree of Master of Science with a major in occupational therapy please come forward? Molly Kristen Brown, Terrell Darnell Cheney, Kate Elizabeth Ciancio, Laura Marie Cooley, Elizabeth Mercedes Diavala, Theodora Paymore DeJondo, Renee Ruth Domzalski, Lauren Patricia Farmer, Joanna Agnieszka Ferret, Michelle Lynn Hannawalt, Anne Teresa Janota, Joshua K. Kwan, Gina Nicole Lococo, Jamie Elizabeth Long, Jennifer Nicole Manabat, Kara Ashley Manx,